I'm gonna keep my 25 up from the left, 25 up from the right. And what does that give me? Half a what? Gives me half a hexagon. So if I go from there to there, from there to there, and there to there, that's what? Half my hexagon. That's what I need. Thank you. Okay. So what is this length equal to then? The length of what? It's the length of the base. So that length there to there is going to be the length of that.
So my math doesn't matter how high you took that line.
No, it's just your construction, an auxiliary in the corner. Generally, I will give you an area to build your construction. If not, then just find a nice space in the corner. Okay, happy with that? So that's going to be my distance. That's going to be the width or the depth of my base. Happy with that? So I'm going to keep it like that. Now watch what I do. I come in here. I'm going to work along the bottom here for A. See, and I'm going to work along the other way, right, for the bottom edge of the base that we have. What is the total height of this base, gents? That. It's going to be 38 plus 12 minus 38. Am I right? Is that right? 38 plus 12 equals what? 50. So minus 38 gives me 12. So it's going to be 12 high. Okay, so I'm going to take 12 high. Because we're having to do math there, guys. They're making us think a little bit. I don't necessarily make you think as much in an exam, hopefully. Okay, so that's 12. So there's my 12 there. So to start setting up my base now, I can go to the right, to the left. Okay. You can see I'm starting to bring some thickness to my base. Now, how long is this going to be? It's going to be the length of the hexagon. So I'll take that. I can go at the top or bottom. I can just make a little arc there. And you can see that that's the end now. That's the end point. How long is it to the bottom corner here? 50 plus 12. 60? 62. Okay, guys, I'm probably going to be using a little bit more of my compass because obviously I'm going to have to get some new rulers for next year. These are cock. Even my board, I'm going to have to get a new board. That's 62. Right, there we go. Okay, there's 62. So obviously I could just draw a line straight up. Why? Because this is going to run straight. Okay. Right. Then how long does this go, gents? Look here. How long does this go? 50. 100%. Gents, so I'm going to go from that point there. And I'm going to go across 50. There it is. And just draw a line straight up. Okay, so now you can see. So what do we have at this point in time? I'm going to annotate it for you. If we take this here, which is that S, okay, looks like an S, just before it gets to that corner there, and then it starts to move away. It starts to move away from the slope away. That is what we're concentrating on now. And I'm going to finish that up. Alright, so we've got this point, this base over here, there it is. And then we've got the little up right there. And I've just been following progress or process. What's the height of right at the top corner? From there it's going to be what? 38. So all I have to do is come in here. Get my 38 on my compass. And I'm going to go up 38. That's the height, the maximum height. So what I'll do here is I'm just going to swing a slight little construction line going straight across here. Here we go. And we know that the depth over here is going to be what? 12. Cool, so I can take that, which is the same as the base. Am I correct, guys? So I'll just take the base depth. You can see I really enjoy using my compass a lot. If you've got two compasses, it actually is quite lacquer because you can just use these over and over. Okay, there's 12. So if I do this, there's 12. Right. Remember, everything is at 60 degrees. So 30, sorry, 30 left, 30 right, 30 left, 30 right. Okay. Then the distance to here, do they give us the distance to the start of the... They don't, am I right? Sorry? So that corner there, they don't give us the distance to that. Am I correct? So what do you think they want us to do?
Start from the furthest.
Yes, well, not just start from the furthest point, but develop the what first? the hexagon. So we're going to have to find where with the center point for the hexagon. We develop the hexagon and then push it, and then that'll give us the, which is quite interesting here because, yes.
Could you show me how to draw like a rectangle back and we draw the hexagon later?
Sorry?
So you know how it gives you 48 at the top?
You mean like carry on with all this here? In fact, let's do that. Let's continue with this, before we do anything, the hexagon, etc. Let's continue with this. From this corner here, you'll see that there's an edge that runs back, correct?
Yes.
Do you agree? So if I go to that corner there, there's an edge that runs back. Okay? Now, in light construction detail, I'm going to go ahead, watch, and I'm going to just add this detail here. Remember, I don't need this. This is what? Just in construction. You can see I put like a little bit of an invisible base there because I've got this word. Remember this? What's this word again? The support structure? It's called webbing. Remember? If you have a look at your,
It's called what?
webbing. You did this in your mechanical analytical. Remember, do you hatch webbing when you draw it? Remember that one you did with that little the pipe holder. So when we look at it, there is webbing on here somewhere. I can't remember where it was. Webbing.
So that can be the why wouldn't it be the
No, why not? There we go. Here we go. Full section node. Is it? Okay, it doesn't matter. It's somewhere I saw it yesterday. Right. Okay, so essentially what we've done is we've got this side down. We're going to leave the hexagon for later. Oh man, we can. There is. Look, the hexagon starts 48 from that corner there. Does it make sense? From that little point there. Look. Okay, which is there. Anyway, let's get the webbing in. The webbing is just this is the one that this is what we call a non-isometric line. So is the hexagon, but this is a non-isometric line. So what we have to do here is basically find 4 points and join the two corresponding together. So in other words, this is 12, correct? 12 in width. You have to assume that it's centered if it's not given to you. So you have to assume it lies in the center of that spacing. Okay. If the whole thing is how many? I wonder how long it was. What was that total? Let's have a look at the total. Whatever that total distance is. I think it's 50, right? So it's going to be 25. And what I'm going to do from 25, I'm going to work what? 6 and 6 and 6. So I'm going to go. More is 25 there, and then I'm going to go 6 each way. And again, this is not a great. It's terrible. Those numbers are gone forever. I'm using my small little compass here. So I'm going to go 6 to the right and 6 to the left. Okay. I'll sneakily do this. I'm just going to take that down there and then bring it across to 30 to position it. Remember, up and across 30, up and across 30. That's all we're doing. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to get that in there, that in there. And then from these points here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're just going to join them. Right? So, in other words, there to there, and there to there. Okay? I can then go ahead and to the base. That's what we're that's what we're working with at the moment. So what I'll do, so that you can see how this is starting to plan itself out, is I'm going to go draw it in for you in outline, so you can see what's developing itself just by using our construct. Obviously I'll stop on that. Okay. That's where we're at right now. Happy? Very simple. Up until there, it's quite a simple thing to draw. Okay. The only difficult thing in the beginning was we never had the length of the base, so we had to go and work it out by constructing the auxiliary hexagon. Okay, it's quite a nasty one. Next year that starts to happen a little bit, where we start to make you have to think a little bit about your shapes, okay, or your models.
We have to do that in the test.
Whenever you're going to get a polygon in your, always in grade 10 level, we test you on a polygon in your isometric. So that's either a square, a pentagon, a hexagon. Those are generally the three most common, which we've done. We did pyramids, remember, as well.
So
and
we
prisms.
have to calculate like length and stuff.
You might have to, we'll see. Either way, you're going to have to apply the auxiliary of a shape of a polygon. Okay, so here we go. 48 is the total length from that point to that point there. Do you agree with me? 48. So I'm going to set up, watch here, I'm going to set up like, I'll use a different color, and I'm going to set up my drawing like this, like almost like a box, guys. I don't know if yellow will be seen. Let me try, no, let me use this nice pink color. What does that mean? So from here on, I'll use this different color. We're going to go across, this is going to be how long? 40? How much? 48. Okay, I'm going to draw, try to get this purple so that you can see it. So I'll take 48. Why? Because from that point there to the end of my hexagon is what, gents?
48.
Delicious. Well done. Okay. 48. So I go 48. Make sure that that's correct. I think I'm going to get it wrong. That's the 49. 48. Okay, so 48 there. Now I'm going to set this up so that it's just literally a square in which I can draw the rest of the shape. Okay? There. Come across here. Okay, so we know that that hexagon has to start at the back and work its way. Are you with me, guys? So I've given myself those confines, that scaffolding in which to draw. Now, we know here that it's pretty simple, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to box. Remember I was going on about boxing things in, guys. Box it in. Remember, we've put that in flush, and then we have these two lengths here that are most important. We can call that X, and we'll call that Y, and those are the same on both sides. Is everyone happy with that? So what do? It's actually pretty simple. I'm going to take X, the length of X, which is this length here. Okay, there it is. I'm going to apply X from that corner, and I'm going to apply X from that corner. Do you remember this now? It's coming back to you slowly. Right? Then obviously for the length of Y to the center is going to be, everyone happy? So I'm just going to come back from each corner that same length. Okay, everyone happy with that? So now what I'll do is, I can take this across. I can add that. I don't know why I didn't do that in dark earlier. I can take that across. And what do I do with these 4 points, gents?
Join them up.
100 cement. That's why I like to scaffold. That's why I do a lot of scaffolding here with my rectangles, and I build my blocks up a little bit, and then I draw within that confine. Okay, and you'll remember in E-Block I would have shown you, we would have done those little imaginary windows, and we would have, it's a while back now. That was the point. So then obviously here, I bring that straight right. To get the depth, I bring that straight down. Now if I'm feeling lazy and I don't feel like measuring, I can take that back corner back, look, just do that, and I bring that one straight down to there. Okay, that's all I have to do. Connect and connect. There we go. What haven't we done as yet though, guys? The hole. The hole is 20 by 18. Okay, everyone happy with that? 20 by 18. So if we've got to come back 15. So look here. The hole starts from that edge. That is a total of what? 15. So we can start by placing that. It's not difficult, guys. How do we do that? Well, I'm going to just open up my compass to 15. Again, you can see how I cook with my compass all the time. I trust it more than I trust anything else. So I go there, and I just make a reference. Then watch out, I'll go make a reference there, so there's not too much here. That there is going to be the start of my what? If I bring that across. Let me just use a different color now, again, so that you can see, the square, sorry. It's green, it's not a nice, it's a bit of rectangle. It's a rectangle there, yeah. So it's going to start on that line, okay, and it's going to be centered off that as well. It's 20, correct? So watch out. If I take this back, that's the center, correct? Do you remember I worked out the center? If I take that back there, good. The total length of this, or depth, is 20. So what can I do here? 10 and 10 and 10. Well done, James. You're cooking it. So I go 10. So many ways you can skin this cat, but this is just the way I'm showing you right now. There's 10 and 10. I can come back this way. Okay, how much do I come back? Total of 18. That's a tiny bit less. There we go. Very, very chilled. Bring that across. Bring that across. And there we have it. Okay. Now, there's also going to be what in that hole? You're going to see what? Inside the depth. You're going to see edges that create the depth of that hole as well. Okay. Good. Right. We've got to be careful now. How long is it? 12. So I don't think we're going to need to worry about it. So I'm just going to draw that line straight down. So if I take the depth of 12, which is there, and I go apply it there, it's perfect. So I can trust that it's going to do what? Hit that. That point there. I've got no point in me carrying it across. Okay. It's videoed. I'll pop it on my YouTube for you guys.